Okay, so question 4. Which of the following illustrates a number that is correctly rounded to 3 significant figures? Okay, so let's first write out all the different rules in determining how we know if a figure is significant or not. So rule number 1 is pretty obvious. Non-zero digits will always be significant. Rule number 2 is that the zeros in between non-zero digits are also significant. And finally, this rule can be kind of confusing, but basically trailing zeros that are after non-zero digits are also significant. So if we have some zeros that come before non-zero digits and there's no other like non-zero digits part of that trail, then those trailing zeros are not significant. But if the trailing zeros come after the non-zero digits, then they are. So now let's try to look at the examples they have in the question. So for A, we need to round to 3 significant figures, and they went from 103.692 grams to 103.7 grams. So this is 4 significant figures. So let's try to fix. So first let's just say that this one isn't it. So we can just write like an X. And then it should be so to round this to 3 significant figures, it should be 104 grams. Okay, so now let's look at B. They also rounded to 4 significant figures. So 4.05438 grams rounded to 3 significant figures should only be 4.05 grams. Now for C, we have 109,526 rounded to 109,500. So this is also 4 significant figures, so this is also incorrect. And for this question, I'm going to show it in scientific notation. I always find it easier to just convert to scientific notation when doing significant figures. So it should be 1 point, and then if we round our 9 up, it'll be 1.10 times 10 to the 5 grams. Yep. Okay, so D, this is actually correct. Should be 20.0 grams. And now let's look at E, 0.03954 to 0.040 grams. So this is incorrect. There are only 2 significant figures in their answer. So the answer should be 0.0395 grams. So remember that the zeros that come before the non-zero digits are not significant. So that's why I didn't count the 0.0 part of this number to be significant. Only the numbers that came after 395 would be significant. Okay, so the junior tutor said, in order to determine the number of significant figures, we need to follow some rules. So non-zero digits are always significant. Any zeros between two significant figures are significant. Finally, a final zero or trailing zeros in the decimal portion only are significant. So they have the examples when it comes before, or after the significant numbers, and the zeros that came before them are not significant. So they had some examples, which is helpful. And now for the problem above, we will determine the number of sig figs for each number. So A has 4, B has 4, C has 6, D has 3, so D is the only correct one. E has only 2. Okay, so the solution is correct.